Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. How are you guys doing? All right, so we are going to learn about the job for today. So many people ask me and many students ask about me and also ask me about the what kind of job is the popular in the Korea and how can I get a job in the South Korea and something like that. So I decided to introduce some kind of job and kind of popular job in the South Korea and how to pronounce and how to read their job with the Korean for today. Okay. And also, I'm not gonna just tell about the words for today, and I'm gonna tell you about a little bit of story about the Korea and like interesting things for today. Okay. So you guys ready? Then I'm gonna share the screen right now. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. All right, so job. We're gonna learn about the job for today. So for the job, we can say 직업, 직업. All right, so 직업 is the job. Okay, so let's start with the students then. All right, for the students, we can say 학생, 학생. All right, so depends on the age, we distribute with the, 4 different basic education institutions. Like for example, elementary school is from 8 years old until 13 years old. Oh, don't forget, guys, in the South Korea, when you're birthed, you already have a 1 years old. So let's say 8 years old until 13 years old, and that means usually with the international age, you need to remove the 1 years old. Okay, subtract the 1 years old. But yeah, this is the how our South Korea's education institution is going on. So elementary school, you can say 초등학교, 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 초등학교. 초등학교 is usually go with the 8 years old until 13 years old. Okay, that is the a normal, a general age they can attend. How about the middle school? You can say 중학교, 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 중학교. The middle school, they are usually attend with the 14 years old until 16 years old. Yes, something like that. And how about the high school then? How you can say high school? You can say 고등학교, 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 고등학교. For the high school, usually it's 17 years old until the 19 years old. They usually go to the high school. But for my cases, I used to go to the USA for the exchange student for the 1 year. So even sometimes like a student just like me, some people who just been to the outside of the country, they can go to the high school with the one more years. Depends on the how many years they are stay at the outside of the country abroad. So in my case, I used to stay at the high school from 18 years old until 20 years old. Yeah, so they have a special case like that. But generally, high school is the age for the 17 years old until the 19 years old. Okay. How about the university? How you can say? You can say 대학교, 대학교, 대학교. 대학교. University is the 대학교. College also you can say 대학교, but different thing is okay, college is usually for the 2 years. So the university is usually for the 4 years, right? So there's a depends on, but you usually generally we just call them with the 대학교. All right. All right. How about the master? How you can say? You can say 석사. 석사. Okay. Okay. I'm going to write down for you this one. So 대학교 is 학사. So 학사. This is how the level they are they're taking it. Like a bachelor degree. You can easily just think about that bachelor degree is the 학사. Okay. How about the master? You can say 석사. 석사. All right. How about the PhD? You can say 박사. 박사. All right. So 학사, 석사, 박사 is usually similar international universities courses. Yeah. So if you guys want to know about this part, and I'm gonna tell you in the details in the next time. Now another topic, but for our since our topic is the job for today, so I'm just gonna pass with the pass with this part first. Okay. Okay. The next one. Teacher. How you can say? You can say 선생님, 선생님, 선생님. You can see the 강사님 in the down part, right? The 강사님 is usually, well, we usually use this word for the teachers who teaching at the academy or with the online class, with the part-time job, but we also to call them with the teacher, but we have a different words with the 강사님. Okay, can you all see that the bracket in between it? Do you know why why did I just put the like 님 with the bracket? Any idea? Okay, so actually the 님 is like a special word for the a special word to like the person to like to put some that person more in higher, like the word that can like decorate that person with more higher positions. Okay, so you can say with the another things in the you can also use the 님 in the another place as well. Okay, all right. Okay, hold up a second, guys. Can you hear this sounds? Yeah, actually, I'm staying in Malaysia, so like they have like a lot of like prayer time like this. So please understand about the like the prayer time, okay? So sometimes it's gonna happen with in my like class video, okay? So please hope you guys can understand it. Okay, let's go to next one. Professor, how you can say? You can also say 교수님, 교수님, 교수님. 교수님. 님 is also the optional things, but we usually using for the 교수님. All right, let's go to the next one. Police officer, how you can say? You can say 경찰관, 경찰관. Police officer is 경찰관. You know, the police officer is also the public officer, right? So please remember it. 경찰관. Do you think we can use the 경찰관님 in the back side of the 경찰관? We can use the 님 to over there. Of course, we can use it. Okay. For the 님, as I told you, that word is just for the that letter is for the decorate some person who to make some that person more higher. Okay. So you can also say 경찰관님, 경찰관님. All right. Right. How about the fighter? Fighter, you can say 소방관, 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 소방관. All right. You can say 소방관님 as well. Okay. How about the army? You can say 군인, 군인. We also have a army, air force, and marine, Navy, a UDT, Navy SEAL, all those kind of things, Air Force. But actually, we are generally we just call all of them with the 군인, 군인. All right, Let's go to the next one then. What about the next one? Next one is talent. You also can like a celebrity. You can say 연예인, 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 연예인. A lot of nowadays, a lot of youngsters and a lot of young adults, they're trying to be a 연예인, right? So this one is really kind of a risky job in the South Korea because if you, as you can see in the K-pop culture, there's a lot of celebrities and talents over there. But please remember, at least they are practice for the more than 8 or 9 years, and they training a lot, and they don't have a private life. So if you want to choose the job for the talent, you have to think really carefully. Okay. All right. How about the next one? Chef. How you can say the chef? Chef have a lot of different things. So chef, you can also just using the chef as the word, just as the English chef. Because for example, if you go to the high society club or go to the let's say high level of the hotel, they just use the word with the chef. Yes. And also they also call they naming with the word with 주방장, 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 주방장. All right, this is also like a similar word like a chef. Okay, every of course the older chefs have a like same like honor, but depends on their like restaurant. We use the like word differently. Okay, how about the like a normal chef? We can say 요리사, 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 요리사. All right, let's go to the next one. Singer, how you can say? You can say 가수, 가수. If you guys heard about the K-pop a lot, then you guys will know about this word, 가수. Okay, how about the magician? How you can say? You can say 마술사, 마술사. Have you ever guys heard about the 마법사? 마법사 is like a real magician, like let's say like Harry Potter, like a really do some magic. They usually do the magic of like 마법사, but 마술사 is they use the people who usually trying to do some like magic trick with the show or the circus, something like that. We usually say them with the 마술사, magician. Okay. Next one, how we can say artist. For the general, like including the older like painting artists, dancing artists, dancer, the musicians. Well, with the general things, we all like include with this word as well. Called 예술가. 예술가. Okay, 예술가. All right. How about the dancer? How you can say? You can say 안무가. 안무가. All right. So actually, that for the dancer, they also can using just for the dancer. But for when they usually using for the profile or they want to try to submit with like their resume, they usually using some word with 안무가. 안무 means the dance, and 가 means like expert. So dancer, you can say 안무가. All right. How about the artist for the paint? You can say 화가. 화가. Okay, 화 is like based on the Chinese word, guys. So based on the Chinese, 화 is means like drawing. So drawing expert. That means painting artist. You can say 화가. 화가. All right. How about the musician? You can say 음악가. 음악가. Music is 음악 in the South Korea. It's also based on the Chinese pronunciation, but music, 음악, expert, 가. If you add it together, they can be 음악가, music artist, 음악가. All right. Next one, designer. Yeah, look at this. Designer, we just using some designer, exactly the same word like Korean, just like English. But guys, please look at this. Don't you think this one is kind of different, right? So a lot of students asking me about okay, so some English word is really some Korean word just using the English, right? But their pronunciation is still so different. So how can we like learn about that one? Don't worry, guys. We're gonna learn about our speaking skill with the Korean at the next chapter. Not in here, guys. Like not a next, next section, not the channel. Okay. So when we finished our like Korean class advanced, we're gonna go to the how to speak the Korean fluently, just like Korean. Okay. So step by step. So don't be rushed, guys. We have a lot of time. So this is just a like example how you can pronounce the English as like a Korean English. Like we usually say Hangalish. Hangul is the Korean, right? So we just mixing it. So Hangalish. So designer, you can say 디자이너, 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 디자이너. All right. How about the engineer? How you can say the engineer again? You can say engineer with engineer, exactly the same, guys. Engineer, but I'm gonna give you another word, one other one called 기술자. 기술자. 기술자 means 기술 is the technique, okay? 기술 is technique and 자 is the person, like technique person. So you can say engineer is 기술자. 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 Okay. For the engineer, you can say engineer. So we don't use the but pronunciation in the Korean. Okay. So then how we can say engineer. Engineer. Okay. How about the doctor? How you can say? Doctor is really hard to get a job, huh? I mean, hard to get a license, huh? Certificate. Doctor, you can say 의사. 의사. All right. 의사. Well, in this, I don't know in your country, but in the South Korea, for the doctor is also like really like a high society job. So, I think for the dental clinic, I think they are I think Korea is like one of the most like developed skills in the world. Yeah, I can promise that because like a lot of people's coming to the South Korea or a lot of country invite some like Korean doctor for the dental. They usually for the seminar to teach them. So I also have a painful teeth, but I'm still waiting to go to the South go back to South Korea. Yeah, but yeah, doctor is really good at the South Korea. So if you guys and especially for the plastic surgery, yeah, you guys will know, huh? Like one of the really famous like plastic surgery country is the Korea. Okay, so if you guys want to do some plastic surgery, of course you guys are already pretty enough and like handsome enough. But if you guys want to have like a desire for it, I recommended you to come to the South Korea. Okay, Gangnam. Okay, all right. Let's go to the next one. Nurse. How you can say? You can say 간호사. 간호사. All right. 간호사. 간호사. All right. Kanhosa is really kind of like a tough job in the South Korea. Also have a rotate, but I know nowadays have a lot of like a nurse and doctors suffering because of pandemic situations. Especially the nurse. I have a friend who is in the nurse like industry and nursing industry. Yeah, she's always have a like tough schedule though. So I respect all them. Please be safe, everyone, and yeah. Please be safe and be strong, hopefully. Okay? Okay, next one. Public officer, how you can say? Public officer, you can say 공무원. 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 All right? So like for example, guys, in the South Korea, public officer is the like one of the really popular and like a desired job because public officer is the really stabilized, and when they retire without like any like problem or issues, they can get some like money from the government, monthly. So before previously, they really like a lot of young adults trying to go into the want to be the talent and celebrity at first, but nowadays they're more close to focus on the public officer because now is the like South Korea's like financial situation is still good, but for the young adults it's really hard to get a house, hard to get married, all those kind of things. So they want to get some like stable job. So most of the like people, they really want to get a job as a public officer, 공무원. Okay, so there's the Korea situations right now. Okay, all right. Next one, narration. Narration. How you can say? You can say 성우. 성우. Like narration, guys. Like 안녕하세요, 여러분. 반갑습니다. like like changing some voice and like do some narrations. They usually call with the 성우. 성우. All right. Next one. Stylist. Okay, stylist. How you can say? This is exactly the same English, just like the same English, but you with the Korean version. You can say 스타일리스트. It's kind of different, huh? 스타일리스트. 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 All right. Okay, next one. Farmer. How you can say the farmer? You can say 농부. 농부. Okay, 농부. 농부. Okay, so nowadays a lot of people has like suffering with the like, urban life. So some people are already decide with the young adults, especially the young adults, they decided to just going back to the farm and trying to do some their farming themselves. But actually, there's really like worth it though in the nowadays. I don't know with other countries, but yeah, I think I heard some like countries farmers get a lot of money, isn't it? Because they're not focusing on the money anymore in the South Korea. They really more focus on the to find some their happiness. And if they lived really rushing life in between their socializing and all the urban things with the commuters, like commuters means like when they trying to go to the office, they have to ride the public transportation for the, like 2 hours, at least like 1 hour and a half, because have a like a rush hour. Also, actually, South Korea's public transportation is really well developed, but have a lot of stations, so they have to wait a lot of things. So when they trying to like apply to go to their when they trying to go to their company with the outside of the like state, of course South Korea is really small, but still at least they need to like spend some like 1 hour or 1 hour and a half, even like two hour to go to their company. So they're really kind of like exhausted to like just for the commute for the go and out, go and return from the home to the office. So that's why a lot of people's like deciding to go to the like a rural place or go to the like place that they can do some farming or fishing, all those kind of things. Even my like South Korean friends also already operate some their own cafe, and they also really enjoy their life. So not only the like a bright, like a visible job is the good job, okay? So anyway, the farmer is the 농부. 농부. Okay? How about the fisher? You can say 어부. 어부. All means the fish, guys. All with the, also that's based on the Chinese word. 어부. All is a 부 is like a just a like a word that can help the word letter. So 어부 mean is fisher. 어부. All right. Next one. Stewardess. How you can say stewardess and steward? Everybody can just use the 승무원. 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 Okay, if you want to like distribute the like steward and the stewardess, you can just say, what's the male? 남자, right? Steward is so 남자 승무원. How about the female? Female is 여자. Then female, the 여자 승무원. Okay, that is not only including the flight, guys. For the cruise and the train, we also can use the 승무원. All right. Next one. Okay, this one is also really nice though. Bodyguard. How you can say? You can say 경호원. 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 Okay, bodyguard is also really nice job. If you a lot of students who already majored like athletes with the army, or who the people who used to stay at the army for a long time, they usually usually apply to the bodyguard job. Yeah, it's really popular job in the South Korea as well. So if you guys interested in and practice and exercise a lot. Okay. All right. Next one. Author. How you can say? You can say 작가. 작가. All right. 작가. That is not only for the like writing books. Okay. There is also including the like, all the scenario books and newspaper, all those kind of things that you can say 작가. Okay. 작가. All right. How about other things? President. How you can say president? Okay. You can say 대통령. 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 How about the prime minister? You can say 국무총리. 국무총리. Okay, now I'm staying in the Malaysia for the work right now. So prime minister is the like highest positions, right? Even they have a king, but actually for the like government things, they usually more focus on the prime minister's role, right? So prime minister is actually in the second role in the South Korea. We call 국무총리. 국무총리. All right. I'm not gonna mention about the politicians issue, okay? Because kind of it's gonna be too sensitive. All right. Politicians, how you can say politicians? You can say 국회의원. 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 All right. For the driver, you can say 운전사. 운전사. Let's say you want to say the taxi driver, you can say 택시 운전사. How about the truck driver? You can say truck 운전사. Just like that. Okay. How about the gardener? How you can say the gardener, guys? You can say 정원사. 정원사. 정원 is the garden. So gardener. 사 means like a kind of. There's also the letter for decorate the job. So 정원사 means gardener. Okay. How about the hair designer? We also can use the hair designer itself as an English with the Korean version, of course, hair designer. But with another word, you can say 미용사. 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 All right. Last one, businessman. How you can say 사업가. 사업가. Business is 사업. Business is 사업, and 가 is just the word for the decorate the job. So businessman is, you can say 사업가. 사업가. Okay, so this is the like if I missed a like an important job, please let me know, because as I remember, this is all the things that I can remember with my thinking. Okay, so it doesn't mean that another job is not important. Okay, because like that was my like that was my limit. Okay, so please understand about it. There's not your fault, and that's all my fault. Okay, so please understand about it. I'm gonna review them one more time, and finish class. Okay. So for the job, you can say 직업. 직업. Okay. Start with the beginning with the students. You can say 학생. 학생. Elementary school, you can say 초등학교. 초등학교. Middle school, you can say 중학교. 중학교. High school, you can say 고등학교. 고등학교. University, how you can say? You can say 대학교. 대학교. The certification is the 학사. Bachelor, of course, a bachelor. You can say 학사. How about the master? You can say 석사. 석사. PhD course, you can say 박사. 박사. Teacher, there's the two different words from the school and also academy. For the school, you can say 선생님. Of course, in the academy also you can say the 선생님, but there's a different words, okay? So just memorize it. 선생님 and 강사님. 강사님. The bracket, inside of the bracket has a 님. 님 is the word for the that is the letter what can decorate the job with the respect. Okay, so 님. How about the professor? You can say 교수님. 교수님. All right, 교수님. Police officer, how you can say? You can say 경찰관. 경찰관. You can also say 경찰관님, okay, if you have a respect over them. Okay. Firefighter, how you can say? 소방관. 소방관. Army, not a BTS army, okay. My bad. You can say 군인. 군인. All right. Talent, celebrity, how you can say? 연예인. 연예인. All right. Chef, there's several different words. Chef, you can just use the English. Or 주방장. 주방장. Or 요리사. 요리사. All right. How about the singer? You can say 가수. 가수. Magician, you can say 마술사. 마술사. How about the artist part? You can say, in the generally, you can say 예술가. 예술가. Dancer, you can say 안무가. 안무가. Artist with paint, you can say 화가. 화가. Music artist, you can say 음악가. 음악가. Designer, you can say designer, but as I told you with the Korean Hanglish, you can say 디자이너. 디자이너. How about engineer? You can also say with Hanglish with 한 engineer. Engineer. But with the Korean word, you can say 기술자. 기술자. Doctor, how you can say? You can say 의사. 의사. Nurse, how you can say? 간호사. 간호사. All right, next one. Public officer, how you can say? You can say 공무원. 공무원. Narration, you can say 성우. 성우. Stylist, you can use it in English, but with the Korean version is 스타일리스트. 스타일리스트. Farmer, how you can say? 농부. 농부. Fisher, how you can say? 어부. 어부. Stewardess and steward, how you can say? 승무원. 승무원 is also including the crews and train steward, okay? How about the bodyguard? You can say 경호원. 경호원. Author, you can say 작가. 작가. President, how you can say? 대통령. 대통령. Prime Minister, you can say 국무총리. 국무총리. Politicians, you can say 국회의원. 국회의원. Driver, you can say 운전사. 운전사. Gardener, you can say 정원사. 정원사. Hair designer, how you can say 미용사. 미용사. Or you can just use the hair designer itself with the Korean version. Hair designer. All right. Next one. Last one is the businessman. How you can say 사업가. 사업가. All right. So that was our today's Korean session. Okay. All right. So how was it, guys? It's kind of difficult, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of like different jobs. So for getting the job in the South Korea is, especially nowadays, it's kind of really difficult, you know, because of the pandemic situations. But sadly, a lot of Korean people cannot speak English. I'm really sorry about that. But, you know, because they all have our own language, right? So in the, of course, in the urban place, like such as like a Seoul, or like nearest to the like a Gyeonggi province, beside of the Seoul, that place, usually they can speak English because a lot of tourists is coming here, especially also the Jeju Island or like a specific like a big cities. They have a, I don't know, like at least like Seoul and Busan and Jeju Island, they are really well prepared for the foreigners. But for the other country, other state or province, if you want to like explore a lot of South Korea places, I think you need to learn some Korean in detail and you need to practice a bit. Not a bit, actually a lot, because they have a lot of also have a slang. So if you guys want to understand, And I think you need to practice and practice and study the Korean a lot, especially if you want to get a job in the South Korea. Definitely, you need to try to study the Korean in detail. Okay, don't worry, guys. I'll try to my best to guide you. And if you guys have any problem and or have any questions, just let me know. I'm gonna answer for you. And um, a lot of like our leaders in our Korean channel also trying to teach you guys as well, right? They're really like passionate to learn some Korean as well. So if you guys don't know how to start the Korean, learn some Korean and study the Korean, you can also ask about the method to our leaders as well, because they're the foreigners, but they are really well known about the Korea and interesting about the Korea. Okay, so please respect them and focus on our next keep focusing on our Korean class. Okay. Sure, guys, you guys can do it, and see you at our next Korean class. Okay, bye bye, guys. See you later.